Hello, and
Welcome.
welcome to
Alternate
Fucking
Casuals.
What makes you
fucking
casual?
it don't matter.
What you know,
Fucking
Alright, let's fucking boogie. The ultimate fucking casuals. We have assembled once more. Nathan, Isaac, my fellow casuals in arms. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Yeah, doing good. Lots of fights to catch up on. Lots of news to tackle. Ready to get into it.
Holy shit, it's a lot. So let's just jump right into it. Didn't have any boxing on this period to get through, but really quick, I wanted to point out a few from on Friday, July 11th, one Fight Night 33. Shadow is the guy's name. The no contest. He was beating up Mohammed Rabah. And he bitched out. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. His eye looked pretty bad. He got poked, and it was yeah, they stopped it. And Alicia Rodriguez in the main event stops Joanna Persian. It was brutality, as Muay Thai is always.
Yeah. But I was seeing, like, we've gotten a few people to watch some of these one fight night cards, and dude, man, every week they like them, man. They're exciting fights.
I keep saying it, and I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
We're at a handful of people that are watching Friday fights.
Hey, get in before the sport finally takes off, because having this for like 3 hours of fights for free, like every other Friday or so, that's a blessing right there.
Yeah. It's a perfect thing to throw on them. Like if you're not going out on a Friday night, then that's like the perfect thing to throw on if there's no other fights going on. Just to catch up on it.
It's very chill. Yeah.
UFC Fight Night 422, headlined by Derek Lewis and Taliesin Teixeira. The prelims had a lot of stoppages, so let's get into them. Fatima Klein stops Melissa Martinez in the third. Did I see this one? I did not see Mike Davis stopping Mitch Ramirez. I missed it. Walter Walker submitting Kennedy Nzechukwu in the first. This is pretty cool. I believe it was a standing one.
I think it was a heel hook. No, it was another heel hook.
That's right. It was the heel hook.
Yeah. I forget that's how many in a row from him, but like that's becoming like a big weapon of Walker's now. I don't know. He's getting some hype behind him. I don't know. I don't think he'll be towards the top of the division, but getting a heel hook multiple times is sort of hilarious.
Eduardo Moura, this is a UD over Lauren Murphy. Jake Matthews submits Chidi and Jokuani. Was this the standing one?
I think so. I remember there was like some weird shit with like the weight. I heard people saying about like that Chidi like missed weight, but like they counted him as on weight as well. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I remember there was like some confusion. But yeah, this is a weird fight.
I think this was the one where he climbed up on his back and Chidi stood up and he held the choke. Chris Curtis split decision over Max Griffin to round off the prelims.
I'm surprised that Curtis was allowed to fight, considering he like jumped a guy in the ring like 2 weeks ago with Sean Strickland.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
I
guys
guess it
saw
was a
that.
different promotion.
Sean Strickland actually got suspended, I think.
By the Nevada.
So I don't know what's happening with that. But, yeah, by the NBA, but I don't think Chris Curtis. I don't think Chris actually threw a punch. I think he like stepped to him, but I guess that's what the difference was. But yeah, they let him fight.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Tuko Tokos submits Junior Tafa. For being light heavyweights, they sure fought like dumpy heavyweights. It was
That's the Tafa special.
It's a pretty poor fight.
It's crazy. I don't understand how Junior Taffa keeps getting main card appearances. Like both Taffa brothers are really bad.
Yeah, it's yeah. I guess like the UFC just puts them because like it's pretty much guaranteed that there's gonna be a finish, even if it's gonna be ugly. But yeah, hopefully they put them down to the prelims or something. I don't know. I really don't want to see them in main events anymore or main cards anymore.
Didn't Justin get cut?
Oh, actually, I think you're right. Yeah, one of them got cut.
Yeah, his brother got cut.
I was confused the two of them too.
Yeah, so do I.
They look so like.
Vitor Petrino submits Austin Lane. It was fine. Morgan Charrier stops Nate Landwehr. Nate the Train. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good analogy here because I don't know a whole lot about
Got
trains.
derailed.
Derailed, yeah.
How did I fucking miss that? What is wrong with me?
Dude, he got broken down bad by Charrier.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a one-punch knockout, but I mean, he just sort of crumbled against the cage. But I mean, I don't know. Charrier, I think I feel like I've seen Charrier fight before. He's not bad. Like it's not. He didn't get beat up by Can or anything. But yeah, this was a nice fight.
Yeah, Charrier, serious business. Just because he's French, I mean, I expect a lot of people are writing him off because of that. I must admit that I probably would if I hadn't seen him a few times already.
Yeah, I was backing Nate just because he's one of my boys. He's always fun. His fights are always fun.
Yeah, this was no different.
Yeah, alas.
Steve Garcia, UD over Calvin Cater. I missed.
Yeah.
This is Cater's 5th loss in a row.
Yeah,
Like,
he
in
could
trouble.
get cut.
He's way too talented to be losing. Well, 5 fights in a row, but like that's the kind of loss that like gets you on the chopping block, or the kind of loss streak, I should say.
Yeah.
And he's way too talented to be on that. So I don't think they would actually cut him, even if he lost again. But like, man, he has got nothing going.
Dude, it's like ever since his fight against Max Holloway, like things have just not been going well for him. Like he took a lot of damage in that fight. I mean, he's taken some damage in other fights as well. But like, I don't know. Do you think it's like just to that point? I mean, everyone has like their ceiling of damage that they can take before their bodies just sort of calls it quits. I mean, I don't know if he's reached that point or not, but I don't know. It's weird. Five losses in a row is not good.
Yeah, and at 37, he's not got, it's not like he's got age on his side where he could turn it around. Like he's kind of just on the downslope now.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna be out of the rankings. I'm pretty sure he probably already is. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he can get back to at least a win and break this loss streak at least.
People have been cut for less.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's at his peak. He was actually like pretty good. I think that's why the UFC probably keeps him. But yeah, this has not been good lately.
Speaking of not being good, Gabriel Bonfim split decision ? Over Stephen Thompson.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I had Stephen Thompson winning this. It was a close fight. Like it's not a robbery like by any means, but I did have Wonder Boy winning this. In the third round, like I had it 1-1 going into the third, and then in the third round, I don't know. I just felt like Wonder Boy was doing more damage, and then Bonfim, like he had like clinch control time, but I just feel like Wonder Boy landed more shots in the third round, and scoring in terms of damage, I just felt like Wonder Boy did more. So I thought he won. It was close, but yeah, I mean, it was a decent fight. I don't know if you guys saw, but his shin got like super split open.
He blew it open on a kick. That was when he almost finished Bonfim at the end of the second round. But like his shin just exploded, just popped.
Yeah, he said it was like all the way to the bone as well, like the cut. That's what he said afterward. Yeah, I know that had to hurt. I mean, if you they showed the replay like in slow mo, and it was just a perfect kick. Like Bonfim raised this leg, and Thompson like his shin like hit right underneath the knee of Bonfim. I mean, you can see before the foot even hits the ground, it's already starting to leak. It was bad, a really wide cut. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, Wonder Boy. I mean, Bonfim is sort of this, I'm not gonna say like prospect. I don't think he's gonna be anything big, but he's not a bad fighter. And Wonder Boy almost had him out of there, man. He had him real hurt with the leg kick. He had him real hurt.
And I mean, to Isaac's point, like I agree. I thought that from what I saw of that last round, it looked like Thompson was landing the better strikes, and the scoring criteria allegedly over the last couple of years has been damage trumps all. And if that's the case, then Thompson should have won the third round. He should have won a decision. But Bonfim gets to clinch and hold and not really do a lot with that, and he's awarded a round. It's just one of those things where, like, you know, it almost feels like if you recognize the fighter, that plays into what the scoring is, right? Like, Stephen Thompson's known, but he's not like a superstar. Like, I don't think that sort of like I just think of a couple years ago when Sugar Sean fought Petr Yan, and it's like Yan he actually had some pretty significant groundwork. Like, he was not just laying and praying, but he got no credit for that in that fight. And then on the flip side, Bonfim does nothing and is able to eke out a win against a guy who's clearly outstriking him.
Yeah, no consistency. I'm looking at the stats right now in the third round. Wonder Boy landed 32 strikes. Bonfim landed 22. I mean, there was some control time, that they credited him with like 2 takedowns, but Bonfim did nothing with those takedowns. There was no ground and pound. It was just control time. Wonder Boy got back up. So I don't know. I mean, I'm here with Nathan. I mean, damage is supposed to be like the top priority when it comes to scoring, and I don't know. It just seems like we have no consistency across fights sometimes.
This isn't the first time Stephen Thompson's leg has been cut open, is it?
He's been cut on other occasions. He's a very, kick-centric style, a very karate-focused style, so it makes sense that it's happened before. There's probably a lot of scar tissue on those legs.
Yeah, I want to say it's probably the worst one though. Like, this one was bad. That cut was leaking like quite a lot. I know that had to bother his leg. I mean, credit to him, man. He was still throwing kicks even with that cut. I mean, he's tough. Wonder Boy's tough.
Derek Lewis, a racist Taliesin Teixeira. Man, that shit was like 30 seconds, was it? Something
Yeah, they have 35 seconds is the official time. Man, dude, this was hilarious. Like, as soon as this fight started, Teixeira like steps to him, but Derek Lewis, I mean, we know what his sort of like game plan is if he catches you, you're sort of gone, which is why, like, I mean, people like Gone, whatever, no, like people that have beaten like Ty, I mean, it ends up being wars, and I don't know, you better either have like a great chin or your striking better be like way better. And in this case, man, Derek Lewis won. He turned Teixeira's head, got some ground and pound, and it was over like pretty much as soon as it started.
It is crazy how cooked heavyweight is in terms of like roster depth. Like there's none to speak of. Like, Teixeira was like the only prospect the UFC had to maybe build up for Aspinall, and he just got nuked by like a really old Derek Lewis.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually like hilarious. It's this bad. The division is this bad that right after this fight, people were talking about making Tom Aspinall versus Derek Lewis, and the thought of that fight actually being made is sort of funny. Just because, I mean, Derek Lewis, I mean, in his peak, I mean, he did beat people like Volkov. I mean, he was pretty high up, but as of late, it's been sort of rough. So I don't know, but I mean, this was a good one. It was a fun knockout. Derek Lewis did his antics afterward. I think even President Trump called him like in the cage just to congratulate him. That was pretty funny. But yeah,
called him.
Yeah, well, that's what the broadcast said, at least.
Oh.
I'm not sure exactly who it was.
Perhaps.
Oh, when he's getting his hand raised, he's talking to someone on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, he's on his phone in the cage holding a Monster can or whatever. Oh, it's Dana's phone. Dana gave him... Oh, okay, I could believe that.
Yeah, I believe it now. Okay. That definitely happened.
Derek Lewis probably won't get a title shot. If he does, I mean, it is funny thinking we're potentially in the timeline where Derek Lewis becomes the heavyweight champion by like landing a random right hand. Like he does have the power to knock out anyone. But even if he doesn't, I mean, like, what a memorable character to have in the heavyweight division. Just the quotes he has, like he said, what was like the exact quote he said after this fight? He's like, he's ready for round 2 against his wife, and he was gonna lay down the ground and pound. Like,
Oh yeah,
he's saying this on live TV.
Yeah, he was saying like the past 2 weeks because like I mean, he was towards the end of his fight camp, just like super focused. He had pretty much been, without his wife. So he said he was about to go home and just immediately, lay and ground and pound on her. So yeah, there's a lot of good quotes from Derek Lewis. I mean, he's a very fun character to watch.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I've always enjoyed
Yeah,
coming out.
that was hilarious.
He also said in the post-fight conference, I'm just saying this now, that he spoke to Donald Trump about the Epstein list, and that both he and Trump are mad at the FBI over it.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Derek Lewis asking about the Epstein list is sort of hilarious.
that is fucking
What
bizarre.
timeline are we in?
Derek Lewis really is Donald Trump's strongest soldier. Like, no one goes to bat for Trump like Derek Lewis does.
The FBI. It's the FBI.
Yeah, it's over there criticizing Kash Patel. Yeah. I'm
Having
looking at,
Cash or having
Yep.
Derek Lewis having your name on his shit list when you're just some fucking FBI nerd.
yeah,
Not a pleasant
Scary.
situation.
dude. Yeah, I'm looking at the heavyweight rankings right now, dude. It is actually way more dire than I thought. This is really bad.
Yeah.
Like we have Tybura number 7, Spivak 8. Like I mean, Volkov is good. Gone. We have Almeida here. I think Almeida's going to be fighting Volkov. That's probably going to be the next title eliminator. But man, after Almeida, it really gets like super dire. Yeah, the UFC needs to, they need to focus on heavyweight a little bit. They need to get more talent into this division.
The next Contender Series starts in a few months. Maybe they'll. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on that to see what kind of talent's coming up.
Yeah, they got to bring in some more heavyweights or something. Yeah, this is bad. Tom's got maybe like 2 more fights that he can do after this. After that, he's gonna start doing rematches. Yeah.
Yeah, GFL folded. Might as well bring back Robles to Spain.
That would be good. That would be good, yeah. I mean, Tom would probably just take him down, but I mean, it's at least the optics are good. Like the Spain is massive.
Well, that's it for UFC Fight Night 422. Unless you guys have anything more.
It was a decent card, yeah. I had fun watching it.
Yeah, actually a solid fight night card for. We're getting more of those. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. It seems like they are really starting to move away from like the direct that was the Apex cards.
Yeah, that is a massive thing because like if this card was in the Apex, like the exact same card that we saw in Nashville, if that card was in the Apex, it would not have felt the same. I mean, the atmosphere over there in Nashville was actually pretty decent. I mean, they were hyped. Whenever Derek Lewis got the KO, I mean, it exploded. Wonder Boy, they were pretty hyped on him. But in the Apex, I mean, this card probably would have been pretty bad. So I'm glad it was at least in person with genuine fans there.
Looking at the time, we might have to break glass again. So, who will be champion within a year?
Heavyweight?
Any weight.
Oh, anyway, okay, all right.
Ooh, we're gonna go through all the different.
So we can go through do you want to start from the bottom up or?
Oh yeah, we could look at we could start with flyweight. Like, let's say Pantoja leaves tomorrow, and they were doing like a tournament something or other to determine the next champion. Because I don't think anybody.
I'm gonna say
Pantoja.
Wait, so are we removing all current champs, or are we just saying in a year forecast who the next champ will be, or who will be the champ in a year from now?
I'm gonna say both. If the person you're thinking of can beat the current champ, that's good. But if the current champ is too good in a situation, for me, like in my opinion, Pantoja, there's really no point in trying to match somebody up with him. Not at this point, anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
He's gonna be getting close to retirement too. And at some point, this dude has left this division. We're going on perhaps a third time. Dude, but honestly, like, let's say Pantoja's not there. I'm gonna say Van. I'm gonna say Joshua Van probably is champ. I mean, he beat Royval in what was a war, and we've never seen someone do Royval like that, other than Pantoja, I guess. But yeah, like I don't. To be honest, I don't think even Moreno beats Van.
I was gonna say that would be my pick for like the vacant title fight. Would have been Moreno.
Yeah, that would probably be like the best fight, and it would be a war. But I think like Van, his striking is just like clinical. And he's got some serious power behind those strikes. So I think Dan probably, yeah.
So I'll throw out a bit of a wild card. I think if Pantoja is out of there, I think Asakura is champ at flyweight.
Ooh.
Dang.
Oh man, dude.
I think there's a lot of raw talent there. Yeah. Oh, what a fight that would be.
Dude, that would be an insane fight. Oh my god, because they both have chins. Man, yeah. Honestly, like, I mean, I like Pantoja. He is dominant and all, but whenever he retires, there's a lot of good matchups at flyweight to make. Oof, man, that's a crazy fight.
You know what the dream matchup is at flyweight whenever Pantoja leaves? It's Asakura versus Tetsuro Taira in Japan.
Oh, at the Saitama Super Arena.
Oh, yeah. Dude, UFC going back to Japan, yeah, that would be big. Man. I mean, I just feel like that's a guaranteed knockout. Like, there's no way that goes the distance with how they both are.
What about bantamweight?
Bantamweight.
Does Merab stay in the slot? Because I feel it's a similar situation to Pantoja.
I mean, yeah, I really don't see anyone else beating Merab. So I guess
the only one that would be there would be Umar. And I think I'll be bold and I would say that whether we take Merab out of the equation or not, I think a year from now Umar's champ.
That is.
I could see it. Yeah, I mean that first fight was close. It was close. Like Omar did some good things. Yeah, I mean, I forget. I think I scored the fight like 3-2 to Merab or something like that. It was close though. I could see his second fight being very close.
Have to go back.
I'm looking through the list right now.
Go back into the Patreon archives because we did watch that one together, Isaac.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. To be honest, my dream would be Corey Sandhagen being champion in bantamweight, just because his striking is just like amazing to watch. But I don't think it'd be him. But I guess if Merab is not here, I've got to believe Umar is probably champ. Like I think Umar is better than Sean. Is better than Corey Sandhagen, obviously. Yeah, I mean Song. Yeah, I think he's better than all these guys. Piotr starting to get up there in age. Yeah, Umar's probably the next best choice.
Yeah, I think so as well. Featherweight. Volkanovski's already lapped this division, right?
Yeah, and to be honest,
minus Evloev.
Sort of.
Well, Evloev.
Well, so you have Evloev. I don't think he's ever fought Arnold Allen, and you also have Jean Silva, who has the opportunity to leapfrog everyone if he beats Diego Lopez. Like, Jean Silva is probably the most dangerous realistic fight you could give Volk. We'll see he has to beat Diego Lopez, of course, and that's obviously no easy task. But like, if the cards swing that way, there are a couple extra fights here that Volk hasn't seen yet.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm a big Diego Lopez fan, but I think Silva actually beats him.
I think you might be right.
I think Silva actually beats him, and we could potentially see Silva get a title shot next year, because I mean that's going to shoot him up to minimum 2. We saw Evloev actually pulled out, or not pulled out, but apparently like an injury with the fight that he was going to have against Aaron Pico. And actually, that's another name we got to consider as well. But Evloev is probably going to get a title shot at some point too next year.
They have to give him Volk like now. Like,
yeah.
Now they
Volk
have no excuse to make that fight. Yeah, they should make that. That's the correct fight.
Yeah, I mean that'd be an interesting fight. I mean Volk's grappling and wrestling is like very, very good. So like just because Evloev is one of these like Russian like grapplers, like that alone is not enough for me to, be on his side for a win. Like I would absolutely back Volk against Evloev still, but
Yeah,
dude,
I would be betting on Volk being around in the same position next year.
Still being the
I think.
champion.
yeah,
I think he wins two
Yeah.
more fights.
yeah. And if not, the only other, dude, to be honest, John Silva, because I think Silva beats Lopez and probably gets a title shot off that. I mean, this is, I guess I'm forgetting about Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen is like, depending on who they match him up with, if he gets a win, we could also see him in title contention. But I'm gonna say John Silva's probably the dark horse for a, to be holding the belt next year.
That's a good spot to leave featherweight. God damn it. Moving up to lightweight. Is Topuria still champion?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see anybody. So without him in the picture,
Divisions.
Arma?
It's
Well,
between two, in my opinion. Between two.
We haven't talked about it yet, but yeah, it's either Armin or Max Holloway after Max's last
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, between those two. Yeah, because I'm not even sure if Islam moves back down to 155. I'm not even sure what plans they have. But I think it's between Armin, Max Holloway, Ilya. If he decides to say though, I feel like Ilya just holds that belt. I don't see anyone beating him, even like all the way down top 15.
So moving up to welterweight then. JDM might not be champion within a few weeks.
Yeah, true. And dude, there is like a decent amount of names here. I'm gonna go with Shavkat. I feel like I'm sort of worried about the time off he's had because of the injury, but I'm gonna go with Shavkat. But honestly, there's a few names that you could say here. There's a few names that you could say for being champ next year.
I'll take another bold swing. Well, I'll take a bold swing and say that Usman may be champ. And here's how that happens. Islam goes up, knocks off JDM, goes back down to 155. Then you have to have some kind of interim title fight, or not interim, but a vacant title fight.
Mhm.
And there is a possibility that in the meantime, Usman works his way up to fight a Sean Brady or a Shavkat. And despite his age, he's more well-rounded than both those guys. So
Yeah.
if his knees don't explode, I mean, there is a chance that he could recapture the title.
That was one of the names I was considering. Like, I'm gonna list off like the names at least that I could see. Like, but I mean, it obviously depends on timing, and there's an element of luck as well. Like, if someone gets injured or whatever. But the names I could see: Shavkat, Sean Brady, Kamaru Usman, and dude, I think the dark horse for this division, honestly, Michael Morales, man. This dude is like really good. His striking is deadly, and he seems to be well rounded as well. He's young. I think it's like the train is just sort of starting for him. People are trying to get behind him a lot. I think we'll hear a lot more about him next year. If he doesn't get a title shot, but yeah, we'll see. The welterweight is really interesting as a division.
What if Islam stays?
If he stays, then he probably clears. Shavkat would be his worst matchup. That would be his nightmare matchup. But he has a very good chance of holding that belt for as long as he wants it.
To be honest, though, I mean, I think if Islam stays and he gets matched up against like someone like Sean Brady, man. I mean, this dude is strong when it comes to the wrestling. I mean, I know Islam, like in terms of like pure skill, he's probably better, but I mean, I've heard, what's his name? Fucking Joe Pyfer and like other light heavyweights that Sean Brady spars with. Like they talk to him or they spar with him and they say he's like incredibly strong. So I think the wrestling exchanges between Sean Brady and Islam would be very, very interesting to watch if that fight does get made. That's where it could get dicey. But yeah.
Middleweight. Is Duplessis, does he stay champ?
It depends. if he can get past Kamzat, I think so. If he can beat Kamzat, then yeah, I think there's no one that beats him. But it's all dependent on that.
Even if I don't know, man, even if Duplessis does beat Hamzat, his style is so weird and unorthodox. Like, he will always get hit and he will always get taken down. And so, I mean, let's say he beats Hamzat, you still have Kyle Barallo. You still have, I mean, you wouldn't have, I guess Whitaker would also be around, although he's being matched up against Reiner de Ritter, and I think de Ritter's a real problem. So, like, there are guys here where it's like, it's so hard. Like, every fight, Drick is like, looks like he's losing until he wins. Or at least in moments, there's definitely, he looks like he could be seriously on the ropes, and he turns out he's okay. I wouldn't trust my money on him, as much as it pains me to say it, because I do like the guy. But he's so hard to predict, fight to fight.
Dude, one thing I'm looking at these rankings now, and we're gonna get like a lot of clarity in this division because, like, Nathan already mentioned Whitaker versus RDR is being matched up, and those are like two big names. Whitaker's been here forever, and then RDR's been, on this monstrous climb. Got the win over Bo Nickel, and then we've also got another matchup. Imavov is getting matched up against Borjalho, and that's like, I mean, that's pretty much like another title eliminator. I mean, depending on the timing, you could pick the winner to match up against the champion there. But yeah, man, I mean, middleweight is like really stacked. I don't think Imavov will beat champ, but I could see Borjalho, RDR. RDR is like another Drickus type build. I mean, he's just massive. Strong wrestling. His striking is decent. Yeah, I mean, this division is cooking. I did see something about Kamzat. Let's say Kamzat is able to beat Drickus. Like, I heard something online. It might not be true. This is just like word of mouth stuff. But they were saying that Kamzat has been having like conversations about potentially retiring after the Drickus fight, even if he wins, just because like he apparently has like a lot of health issues, which we've seen in the past.
Yeah, of course.
But like he's considering retiring like immediately after this fight.
Huh. So that kind of puts an axe in my next question, which was going to be if Duplessis retired tomorrow, Kamzat wins the vacant fight, and then he retires. So then it's not going to be Kamzat reigning until the next year.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if we get a vacant middleweight belt, then it's like really blown open because, like, I mean, that's really when like the people like RDR, Gaio, maybe, depending on how that fight goes with Whitaker, Whitaker could potentially be there. I've heard rumors about Adesanya versus Strickland being made as well, the rematch. It's sort of blown open if Kamzat wins and then vacates. Yeah, this division is probably going to be really exciting next year. I mean, it already is, but even more so next year.
Light heavyweight. Does Ankalaev retain it for the next year?
Yeah, probably. I think Poaton's probably the only one who unseats him, and it doesn't look like Poaton is returning, or if it is, it's being delayed. And if you just go down the list, Carlos Olberg, he's not winning that. Khalil Roundtree's not winning that. Jan Blachowicz is not winning that. Jamal Hill certainly isn't winning that. Yuri Proska's there, but again, like, an orthodox wild striker, Ankalaev could just neutralize all that with his wrestling. I think at least in the next year, he holds that throne.
Yeah. Dude, my dream would be if, like, somehow Reyes manages to, like, climb a little bit more. I mean, he's already started this comeback, but if he manages to, like, recapture the belt, that would be insane. But yeah, probably like pretty unlikely. Ankalaev is super well-rounded.
Counting out my guy Johnny Walker. I hate to hear it.
Dude, he might get blasted. Actually, that's another name, Zhang, that Chinese dude.
He's the Tiger guy, right?
Yeah, he's been like crushing people on the way up. I mean, that way, if he gets a dominant win over Walker, he might be a name. I don't know if he get a title shot back quickly, but he might be a name to watch.
The Red Dragon awakens.
Zhang Mingyang.
So if Ankalaev were to disappear, and let's assume Poatan is moving up to fight Tom Aspinall.
I'm gonna say Yuri.
Yuri.
I'm gonna say Yuri. Yeah. Which it's always like weird to predict with Yuri because like he always gets hit, and like every single fight we know he has like a very good chin, but like he always gets hit in fights, so it's like really hard to predict with him. But I think his striking is just so unorthodox. He's hard to fight, and like I mean, you know, with the last fight with Jamal Hill, it seems like he's starting to add like a little bit of defense into his game, so we could see some improvement from him. He'd be really, really dangerous fighter if he got some defense.
I'm feeling Khalil Roundtree. I think he could step it up.
He's up there. I mean, he's close.
Yeah,
he's close. I mean, I'll probably give him like another fight and then maybe title shot. But like he's one of the names, yeah, that could potentially be up there if Ankalaev is gone.
And we kind of already talked about it when we talked about Derek Lewis, heavyweight. There's not a whole lot going on here. Poatan versus Tom Aspinall. Is that really it? Cyril Gane.
Poatan would be an exciting matchup. You can't do that as his first fight, but I think the star power alone, and also just the power that he does have, makes that fight interesting. In reality, Aspinall blasts him with a double leg in the first 30 seconds and probably taps him in the first round, but that is a more compelling matchup than like fighting Curtis Blades for like a third time.
Yeah, and that's where you start getting into issues, well, because like, yes, the Gane match is fresh, and like that's probably what we see next. But he's already fought Volkov once. He beat him like pretty badly. He just fought Pavlovich. We saw how, I mean, he brutally knocked him out. The only fresh matchup here is really Almeida. I mean, Tom Aspinall has already fought Tybura. I think he's even fought Spivak as well. I mean, we were joking about it, but Derek Lewis might actually get the push because I mean the UFC might just be forced to like, you know, push a fresh matchup.
Yeah, we need something
at some point. Yeah.
Tom Aspinall disappears, and for the sake of this discussion, Poatan did not stay at heavyweight. He went back down.
Okay.
Cyril Gane versus Volkov rematch for the title.
I'm saying Volkov probably holding that belt because I thought Volkov won the Gane fight, their first fight.
That's where I was. That's what I was leading to. Is Volkov's probably going to be the guy.
Yeah, but he's shown like really good improvement. I think if all is right in the universe, though, like the true good here would be Tom Aspinall holding the belt, just because like with everything that he's gone through, like recently with the whole John Jones stuff, like I want to see him holding the belt for a really long time.
Yeah, he's young enough too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's your who's going to be champion prognostication. Hope you took notes. Let me do some fucking housekeeping shit. Wherever you're listening, if you could hit us with a follow or a subscribe, whatever the button says. The tier list of how you can help us out at the bottom, if you could leave us a rating. If you're not feeling 5 stars, fucking 833-589-7637. You can text me fucking directly and tell me what's up. I'd rather have a chance to fix it than to try to, go back and get the number changed. In the middle is a review if you're feeling froggy, and then at the very top, Patreon. Everyone fucking has one, so do we. LVX Media Net, that's the social media handle, and that's also the name we have on Patreon. And most importantly, fucking lvx.be/discord. If you want to get in on the fucking action, anytime we reference the chat, the server, or just mention Discord or something, this is the place that we're talking about. There's this little MMA sub community inside, but there's like a whole bunch of shit going on. Whatever you want to get into, other sports besides combat sports. If you want to learn a little bit about boxing, there's movie talk, fucking music, people posting food, all sorts of shit, pets. It's a good time.
Goodness.
Yeah, I spend more time on Discord than I probably should, but it's all good. It's a good time. All right. When we come back, previews. In today's connected world, your digital life is always on. You shop, you bank, you connect with friends and family. All of this happens online. But with every download, every click, there lurks a hidden danger: viruses and other cyber threats. One wrong move and your personal data, your photos, even your identity could be at risk. And that's a scary thought. You need more than just hope or vibes. You need proven protection. Support for this episode is from Malwarebytes. It's your digital shield, constantly detecting, blocking, and eliminating the nastiest shit that you can find online. Think of it as your personal cyber guardian, always on watch so that you don't have to be. With Malwarebytes, you can browse, bank, enjoy your online life with confidence. No more worrying about malware, phishing scams, ransomware, or any of that other nasty shit. Enjoy secure access to what matters most to you. Protect your digital world, protect your peace of mind. Take Malwarebytes for a trial run today. Go to lvx.be/MWB and invest in your online security today. Support for this episode is from Ramen Bay. You love ramen, but wish it had more, fresh toppings that take it from good to epic. But who has time for all that chopping and shit? Well, get ready to level up your noodle game with Ramen Bay. It's the ultimate topper that brings big flavor and incredible texture right into your bowl in seconds. Imagine perfectly seasoned beef or seafood, vibrant vegetables, or savory mushrooms, all freeze-dried to lock in peak freshness and flavor. Just sprinkle as much Ramen Bay as your heart desires as you're boiling up your hot ramen, stir, and watch it transform. Pop quiz hotshot. What's tiny, fuzzy, and responsible for a large portion of the food we eat? If you guessed bees, well, you nailed it. Seriously, 1 out of every 3 bites on your plate depends on bees. So there's a bit of bad news here. These little heroes of our gardens and dinners are struggling. Between habitat loss, climate change, and pesticides, it's a fucking bummer. Without them, our world would look a lot different and it would be a lot less delicious. But there is good news. Support for this episode is from Project Honeybees. So when you pick out something nice for someone special, or just something nice for yourself, your purchase adopts a queen bee that you get to name and get to watch over, and you'll support the protection of these extraordinary little creatures. Ready to make a statement and a difference? Go to lvx.be/bees and start browsing for your next gift. Your next favorite accessory can also be a lifeline for our buzzing buddies. Project Honeybees. Get yourself a nice little discount, help us out a little bit in the process, and help save the fucking world. lvx.be/bees. Use code LEO33862. Buzz, motherfucker. Fucking here we go. I keep mentioning them because they keep happening and people are starting to catch on. These are fucking really fun. Really, really fun. 1 Friday Fights, 117. And that's on Friday, July 25th. It starts at 5:30 on the west coast of the U.S. So, if you go to the site watch.onefc.com, that's where you can watch these fights for free, including replays. So if you want to go back through the catalog, I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm gonna skip over UFC Fight Night really quick, just to mention on Sunday, July 27th. Super Ryzen 4. I've said a while ago that I'm going to start paying attention, so here it is. I have no idea who any of these people are, just because I've never seen a Ryzen event before. But Patricky Pitbull, if you were wondering where he went, he's here.
Oh shit!
Fighting Shunta Nomura. There's at the top. There's a atomweight MMA title between Seika Izawa and Eugene Shin. Bantamweight Naoki Inoue versus Ryuya Fukuda. Those aren't even the headlines. I'm not sure who Kleber Koike is, but he's headlining against Mikuru Asakura. There's a
I wonder if these guys are related to like Kaya Sakura or like
Inoue.
Naoya Inoue, yeah.
With a name match kind of like that, Naoki and Naoya, it might be.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
There's a Japanese heavyweight down here, somewhere down the bill.
Japanese heavyweight.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm guessing it's like a sumo situation, sumo
Yeah,
washout.
yeah. Yeah, they don't really fabricate heavyweights in Japan.
They don't make them like that over there. But there you go. That's Super Ryzen 4. On the 26th, Saturday, UFC Fight Night 423 at the Etihad Arena in the United Arab Emirates. Oh, starting from the bottom up. Stop me if you need to, but I don't think you will. Martin Boudet versus Marcus Buchecha. That's a wonderful name, Marcus. Davy Grant versus Damone Blackshear. You want to watch Damone?
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun fight. By the way, Davy Grant is also he gets in scraps. It should be a fun fight.
Muslim Salikov versus Carlos Leal. Both of these names sound familiar, so I'm gonna say watch it.
Yeah, Salikov, he's been a little bit on a run. I think he's gotten some nice knockouts too. This should be a fun fight. Salikov, I've seen his fight. I don't know too much about Leal, but Salikov has been fun in the past.
Mohamed Yahya versus Stephen Gwynn. Ebel Aslan. Oh, the Ebel Aslan's the Turkish power plant or whatever he calls himself.
Yeah. Yeah. He was fun to watch.
Yeah, he's
I'm
fun.
gonna be watching this stream, yeah.
Versus Billy Elikana. I don't think this is going to go well for Billy. Amanda Hebus versus Tabitha Ricci, 7th and 10th at strawweight. Nikita Krylov versus Bogdan Guskov, 10th and 13th at light heavyweight to round off the prelims. Moving into the main portion, Asu Almabayev, 9th at flyweight versus Jose Ochoa, 13th. Almabayev is pretty solid.
Wait, on the UFC site, it has Almabayev versus Temirov.
Oh, okay. Then
I think they've changed something.
That's changed. Okay, cool. So it's not Jose Ochoa. What's his name?
So it's Asu Almabayev versus Ramazan Tamarov.
Cool.
From Uzbekistan. And to be honest, this is a good fight. The name value is like probably negative, but as far as the fight goes, this is probably gonna be a really fun fight.
Yeah. Shara Bullet Magomedov versus Marc-Andre Barriault.
A really good fight for Shara. Barriault's been around the block for a while. He's the kind of guy you give to someone you're trying to build up. So I expect a lot from Shara. He better perform here because this is the time to do it.
Yeah, this is like that prospect versus vet type matchup. He should win. I don't know what the odds are exactly, but I mean Barriault he's up there in age. The UFC gave him this to put on a performance, so we'll see.
Isn't Shara coming off his loss?
Yes.
Yeah.
To
Who was it he lost to? Yeah, MVP. Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is definitely like not. I don't know. Is make or break too strong of a phrase for this?
Losing to Barriault, at his age, I mean, it's probably not a good sign. I mean, I think he's not at risk of getting cut or anything, but the UFC is definitely not going to push him as hard if he loses to Barriault. I mean, maybe they'll probably keep using him for these Saudi cards. Yeah, like from a main event or main cards, but I don't know. Losing to Barriault, in my eyes, is probably not a good sign for any title aspirations or top 5 contendership.
Yeah, I would even say a ranking is on the line here, right? If he wins this, they will probably force him into the rankings, near the top 15. So, and then, like I said, if you lose here, you lose your promotional steam the UFC has behind you.
Yeah,
it is high stakes for him.
Yeah, high stakes is a good way to put it.
He can't Magomed, he's not gonna be able to really mess around too much because Barriault, he's coming off that KO win against Bruno Silva. He has power. He's an unk, but he's been around the block. Like Nathan said, he has experience.
Bryce Mitchell versus Saeed Nurmagomedov. This is one of the Eagle clan, isn't it?
Yeah, he has like 2 losses, I think. So he has like the majority of the losses in Eagle FC. But yeah, I don't know. This is a nice matchup. I mean, Bryce Mitchell, he has decent grappling. Yeah, I'm not exactly too sure how this fight goes. Bryce Mitchell is ranked 15th right now, so if Nurmagomedov gets this win, I mean, he breaks into the top 15 as a ranked fighter. So this is like a pretty big fight for him. But I mean, let's see. Bryce Mitchell, he's fought way better people than Nurmagomedov has fought in the UFC. So he's gonna have the experience edge. This should be pretty interesting. We could see some nice scrambles. If probably not a boxing purist fight, but I could see this being a fun grappling exchange.
Will Bryce Mitchell bring Israeli flags to Abu Dhabi?
Dude,
I wouldn't put it past
I
him.
would not put it past him either.
this would be hilarious. Yeah, I just know as well, if he says something or if he wins, like, does the UFC give him a mic? And they trust what he's going to say.
Piotr Jan versus Marcus McGee, 3rd and 13th at bantamweight. Sorry, what?
They're doing Jan dirty with this fight, man. Real dirty.
This is like it's like Diego Lopez versus Jean Silva. Like it's almost like they're trying to scuttle him with this fight.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think Jan should win this fight. McGee's not bad. Like, I've seen him fight. He's actually not bad. He's got like some nice striking. He's got like some power. He's like pretty well-rounded. But I think Jan is like a decent bit better than McGee, so he should win. But this is like, I don't know. I was expecting Jan to fight someone like O'Malley or something like that at this point. I mean, who was it? Jan just beat? Was it?
Song Yadong?
Was it him? Yeah. I mean, he has beat like a contender like even higher than McGee as his last fight. I'm sort of surprised they give him McGee. But yeah, I mean, I think he'll get through this pretty easily, and hopefully the UFC gives him a better matchup, especially since Merab is gonna need some more matchups. Despite them already have fought once.
So yeah, this fight is actually called off. I don't know if there's a replacement for Aaron Pico. Let's see here.
I saw somebody pulled out of this one. I was gonna ask. It's too bad. I was looking forward to seeing how Pico does. So that's a big fight to give somebody making his UFC debut.
We'll be talking about him in a little bit, but Patricio Pitbull is saying that, hey, I will step up and fight Aaron Pico.
So Evloev is the one that pulled out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Evloev pulled out.
I don't think Patricio Pitbull should be fighting the same dudes you did at Bellator. Right, come on. Oh shit, that's all we had. Oh wait.
No, wait, we do have the main event.
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with me? Robert Whittaker versus Rainier de Ridder, 5th and 12th at middleweight.
This fight, man, this is very, very good UFC matchmaking. Like, they really cooked with this one. Rainier de Ridder obviously coming off that win against Bo Nickel. He finished him, another big UFC prospect. I mean, he's looked unstoppable so far, other than like his first fight in the UFC, which can just be chalked up to octagon jitters. But he's facing right now Robert Whittaker. Man, this dude is established. We know, like, the only people that have beaten Whittaker, they go on to be champions with the exclusion of Kamsa, but we know he's a monster. But man, this is a big test for de Ridder, man. Whittaker, he has very nice wrestling. He trains that out. He trains that out there over there in Australia. His striking is obviously elite. He's very hard puzzle to figure out in terms of his striking. But what's called de Ridder is going to have the size advantage. I think we're in for a war here. The odds are very close. And I'm not exactly sure. I want to hear your guys' take on like how the fight's going to go, but I'm not exactly too sure on, who the winner will be in this.
I want to hope that Rainier de Ritter, like I think Robert Whitaker, he was like a fan favorite, right?
Yeah, I've got his T-shirt actually. He was like one of my early favorite fighters. I had his Bobby Knuckles T-shirt. He's super nice guy outside the ring, but yeah, he's a fan favorite.
He's been around for a while. Seeing a changing of the guard would be nice. See some new faces. Even RDR coming out from one championship. I would very much like to see an outside person coming into UFC have success, especially since he was really accomplished over at one. That's all I really got.
I do feel bad for Whitaker. This is another like big disparity in rankings matchup, but I mean for the clear reason of the UFC wants fresh blood, and I think Whitaker. I mean he had his jaw shattered in that choke that Hamzat had him in. I think he's still going to be good, but I think de Ritter just is that new era, and I think he's going to be taking this top 5 spot away from Whitaker.
Sorry, Bobby
Yeah.
Knuckles. It's not your fault.
Yeah, I'm a big Whitaker fan, man. He's been amazing to watch. His fights are always exciting, but I mean, especially after the last outing with Combs, I mean, he had to get surgery on his jaw,
Yeesh.
and I feel like that's got to cause some issues, in terms of a fight. I mean, because you're going to be getting hit there. I mean, I feel like I got to back de Ritter. The size difference. I mean, de Ritter is just so imposing. I think I'm going to favor de Ritter. I'm not going to be too surprised if Whitaker wins, but yeah, I think I'm going to back de Ritter too.
Oh, Bobby Knuckles. What are we going to do? That's it for this one. Unless you have anything more for Fight Night 423?
It's a nice card.
Yeah, very very solid card. There's some good fights up
Yeah.
and down.
All right, let me do. You've been listening to the Ultimate Effin' Casuals, a Lux Media production. If you'd like to give your thoughts, or you need to let us know how terrible you think our takes are, you can duck us and text the anonymous line at 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on your business, send a voice message or send a voice note in WhatsApp, and we'll see if you're interesting enough to make the final cut of the show. 833-LUX-PODS. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net, all one word. That's YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, all the rest of that bullshit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. Patreon is where you can go to get ad-free episodes and other behind-the-scenes exclusives while directly supporting what we do. LVX Media Net over there, just like everywhere else. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out if you check out our ad sponsors. You can also help by giving us a rating and a review on whatever app you're listening on. And last but not least, you can also check out the merch shop. New stuff goes up all the time. Metal intros by Anders Janhunen. The trap intro and the outro are by Middle of Nowhere Beats. And for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. All right, so we're heading into Fight Night 423 at the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. Parting words.
Dude, it's weird, man. I feel like we've talked about it for like some time now. How, especially it's been most evident like at the lightweight division, but how like the new guard has come in, and they're starting to sort of take the mantle from like the older fighters. But I think like now, we've seen the older fighters, in some cases like put up nice wins against the younger generation. But I think we're finally starting to see that turnover now, like across the board. And man, it's cool to see because it's just like the natural progression of things. But man, I have a lot of respect for these older fighters, man. Like especially like for a lot of us, like we like started our UFC, our UFC viewership, like watching them. And man, they were really fun to watch, man. It's a lot of respect to them. But yeah, it's just a natural progression of things. But yeah, my parting words are just gonna be justice for Peter Yan, man. Justice for Peter Yan.
Yeah, I have to concur. I mean, this is like we're watching in real time the new era be ushered in, and it's exciting for a lot of reasons. It's bittersweet for others, but it's mostly exciting. Like these guys, if you just started watching MMA, like some of these guys stepping up now could be like your guys. These could be your fighters going forward. And this is your first exposure to the sport. This is your first, like hero to watch. So it's going to be exciting. It's fun seeing this guard change again. I remember when it happened, to the last generation, when McGregor first came on the scene and ushered in that whole new era when Jones first showed up. And now we're seeing new faces and new blood. So it's exciting.
Man, I have nothing nearly as profound. Just something that always happens whenever I see someone type it or I hear someone say it, referring to someone as Unk. Just my military brain reactivates, and Unk is what you call someone who does not qualify at the rifle range. And so when you're an Unk, you're a fucking loser because we're in the fucking military. What do we do but shoot guns? And you can't do that. So it's like more of a dunce cap than an age thing. Yeah, but that's all I got. That's it for this edition of Ultimate Fucking Casuals. We'll see you on the other side of Fight Night.
Yeah, see you.
Peace.
All right.